Net fans, how much fun was that game to watch last night in Indiana? I mean, think of the last time in April where you had this feeling watching a net game. 7 years ago. You know, to see the Nets playing a playoff type atmosphere game and winning it. And again, you've heard me all season long talk about how I hate this team when they wear white when they're home. No confidence in them. Here they are again, picking up win number 23 on the road. 23-17 on the road, which is elite team status. That's a terrific road record there. A home record is what separates them from being an elite team. And you think of how, and again, this is me, I know you're all going to pick on me and say, Bob, you're such a jerk. And you're right, I am. But think of all the wins that you gave away at home. Dallas, Houston, Memphis, Minnesota, Atlanta, the Lakers without Dwight, San Antonio without anybody. I mean, these are just 7 off the top of my head, and I'm missing several others. If any of those games, Chicago the other night, right? That's 8. Chicago didn't have their best players on the court. So there's 8 right there that I just, off the top of my head, if you won 1 or 2 of those 8 that you should have won all 8. Imagine, I don't even know if I mentioned Utah. It just came into my head. If maybe I did, I don't know. But 8 or 9 games that you should have won. If you won 1 or 2 of them, you'd be looking at a 3 seed. And man, but I'd be walking around with my chest out like, yeah, baby, bring on whoever who would finish 6th. Of course, Chicago poses an issue, but the way they're playing right now, the Nets, I would feel really confident going in that we could beat anybody except, of course, the Heat. Now, unfortunately, you're going to finish 4, and you're going to face, hopefully, Atlanta. I know Atlanta gives us challenges with their backcourt and their quickness, and the better team to match up probably is Chicago, even though we're 1-3 against Chicago. We've played them tightly. Only one game where they blew us out, and even that game we had a lead. But, I'd feel really great. I mean, listen, you got to feel good. This team is playing the best they've played all year right now, which is great. But you understand what I'm saying? How 1 or 2 of those giveaway games that they blew, if they had them in their back pocket, we're looking at a 3 seed, and then we're taking on either Atlanta or Chicago. But the key is that in the next round, you're avoiding Miami, and you're taking on the Knicks. And how much do I want to play the Knicks? How much? You see, the Knicks got us early in the season, 4 games where they got a different Darren Williams. That was the Darren Williams that was the 15th best point guard in the league at the time. I tend to believe that right now, with this Darren Williams playing the way he is, that he would give the Knicks all sorts of trouble. And not just him. Johnson looks like he's stepping up. Another big fourth quarter performance from him tonight, but also he was around early too. He was there for the whole game. And of course, Brook, who is a first ballot Hall of Fame first quarter player, did his customary, not too much the rest of the way, but I really wanted to punch him in the mouth when he got blocked by Hibbert down the stretch on that key possession. But here we go, looking at this net team again, and my case for why I think we're great on the road and I hate us at home. I mean, I could think of a few games, specifically Oklahoma City, Phoenix, 2 now Indiana games where this happened, where we had leads. This one was a huge lead. You lose the lead. You lose the lead on the road. The other place is going nuts. They're flipping out. Lance Stevenson hits the 3 with 4 to go, and he's strutting his stuff around like the jerk that he is. We come down, and Darren Williams, who there's an asterisk on this game. I mean, his numbers 33 and 12. How can you argue? But he was bad. He was bad in the second half. I mean, he looked like early season Darren in the second half. Turned the ball over 5 times, including right after that Stevenson shot. He came down and turned the ball over. He had 5 turnovers. Thankfully, Pacers come down. Stevenson misses it looks like an easy one, and Hibbert goes over the back of Stackhouse. He gets those 2 free throws. How good did he play? So we're tied. Steele on the other end. Johnson with a nice defensive play. And then Johnson gets a big 3 to put us ahead for good. I'm sorry, Stackhouse hits the 3 to put us ahead, not for good. Indiana ties it. And then Johnson puts us ahead for good with a 3. And I loved what he did. He shot the ball and he kind of looked at Stevenson like, kiss my ass, dude. You ain't me. I mean, I was nice to see because Joe's so mellow and relaxed and calm. It was nice to see that. So they get smacked in the mouth. They're up 24 in the third quarter. They lose the lead, and they respond. Nets, can you find this? Can you find this when you're wearing white next week? When you open up in the Barclays Center, can you find this same type of toughness somehow? Can you manage? How about we wear black at home? Can we do that? Can I send in a note to wear? Maybe it's a psychological thing. When they got black on, they're tougher. I don't know. You know, I'm a Raider fan. I know the Raiders always wear black at home, right? They think it's intimidating. I know it sounds stupid, but they for some reason they play like softies at home, tough guys on the road. If you get your big 3 playing like this, I mean, who do you fear? Of course, forget Miami. I mean, different level. But if you play your big 3 play like this, you can even beat Miami. Not in a series, but you can beat them a game. And if you beat them a game, you know, okay, you won 1. You know, back in the kid days, you know, we played the Lakers the first year. I mean, we lost all 4, but the next year, San Antonio, you know, we were 2-2 in that series. People don't remember that. It was 2-2 in our building, and we lost Game 5, and then there we were in Game 6. We had a lead in Game 6, if you recall. We were playing our asses off in Game 6, and we just folded in San Antonio, took the series. But you play like this, if you get 33 from Darren, and of course he's got to play better down the stretch. He went 20 minutes today without a bucket, the second half. Not good. And the turnovers, 5. He had such an amazing first half that his stat line looks incredible. 33 points. Oh, I said 12 assists. He had 14. 33 and 14. So, yeah, Lopez, first ballot Hall of Fame first quarter player, had 24 total. 10 of 16. Johnson, 9 of 17. I mean, and then you get a contribution like Jerry Stackhouse with 13 points and big buckets down the stretch. Big free throws. And C.J. Washington played really well. Hit a couple of key buckets when things were going a little bit south. Gave us a little bit of a cushion. He scored 10. And although Blash didn't score, only had 6 points, he did have 6 rebounds, including that big putback of D. Will's miss. I thought he played well, so you had 5 guys play well. Now, Keith Bogans maybe needs a psychologist. He's 1 for 21 on his last shot attempts. I mean, that's, and we need him. Bogans is a key guy. We need him on the floor playing defense, and we need him to make, you know, his normal 2 or 3 threes in a game. And right now his confidence is shot. And Reggie, what are you doing? Reg, what are you doing? You know, you're going to get frustrated. This is going to be playoff basketball. It's going to be like it was last night. You can't get thrown out of a game, Reg. Can't happen. You know, especially when our center averages 6, 7 rebounds a game. We need you on the floor. No Gerald Wallace. So we can't have you getting thrown out. That was a horrific. I watched the replay and I saw, you know, throw the ball was dumb, and then you throw your headband, even dumber. Come on, Reg. We can't have that. We need you on the court to eat up rebounds and do your thing. I'm excited. Do I think we can get the 3 seed? Listen, no way. I mean, Indy's got 3 games left. They're going on the road for 2 of them at Boston, and Boston looks like they're. I just hope that they're going to get re-energized come playoff time to give the Knicks a run. But they go to New York. Now, New York is going to play to win that game because they win the game, they clinch the 2 seed. Indiana's 3 behind New York, so I guess they could still, if they win the game at the Garden and they win out, and I guess if the Knicks lose out, they can claim the 2 seed. So they'll play for that. Boston, who knows? But then they finish at home against Philly, and my rec team, a couple of the guys that I play pickup with, can probably give Philly a game. So I don't think we can get the 3. We're stuck in the 4. It'd be nice to get Atlanta. Not that listen, I'm a realistic net fan. Not saying we're going to sweep the Atlanta Hawks. We're going to struggle at home against anybody that we face, whether it's Atlanta or Chicago. I just would rather have Atlanta. I think the way we're playing, even though their guards, and their style of play doesn't necessarily match up well with us, I'd rather have them. I have a fear of Tom Thibodeau and the Bulls, especially if Noah is capable of playing. He's tough. All the Bulls are tough, and I don't want to have to look at Nate Robinson, because I value my TV and my remote controls and my valuables, and I would probably break something if I saw him act like the jerk that he is. So give me Atlanta. Let's win the next 3. Why not? I don't think D. Will's hurt. I hope not. I mean, it looks like a contusion, like knee to knee. It happens. A cortisone shot, if necessary, would solve that. But let's win the next 3. Let's see if Indiana could lose these next 2 road games, and let's put some pressure on them against Philadelphia. And who knows, maybe Doug Collins can rally the troops and say, hey, let's this is our season. Let's play this as if it's our championship. And who knows, maybe we can get surprised and finish with the 3. April basketball for a Net fan. It has been a long time. But gotta like what's going on, boys. And gals, if any. Leave me alone. We'll see you.